We're going to repeat this first move one time. It's that cardio. So we're coming back to those squat jacks. We're going to keep the hips low. 2 squat jacks, hold low, hold it wide, elbows wide. Same elbow to same knee. Here we go. 2, hold it low, hold it wide. Crunch, center. It's only for 45 seconds. So on that second jack, I want you to hold the knees lower than your hips. Heels in, toes out, chest lifted. Draw the elbow towards the same knee. All right, 25 seconds down, less than 20 to go. Yes, you can. First and last time doing this. All right, last 7. You've got it for 3. That's 2. All right, finish up where you are. Set your weights down. Come onto the floor. We're going to be on our back. Catch your breath. We're going to start in a reverse tabletop. Now, if you want, you can use weights here. I don't like that far ahead. Maybe I'll try for the first round, see how much I hate it or love it, and go from there. We've got 6 moves, 3 times through. Same thing, 45 seconds on, 15-second breather. We're going to be in this reverse table stance. So we're going to alternate with our head on the floor, chin lifted, that sort of fun. From your reverse tabletop, our first move, alternating single toe tap to a double toe tap. Arms can reach high if you have those weights. We're going in 5. Head, neck, and shoulders grounded or lifted. Here we go. Right toes tap, left toes tap, double toe tap. Starting on the left. From here, think about tucking your hips up towards your rib cage as you press your lower back into the floor. Alternating single toe tap to a double toe tap. Now, if you prefer to flex your toes, it'd be a heel tap. I'm just pointing my toes. Maybe I'll do a flex next time. Keep it going. Lower back press into the floor. Last 10. You've got it. Last 3, 2. All right, finish up where you're at. Just holding and breathing here. Focus on the core. Tucking those hips up towards your rib cage. Notice your lower back stealing closer into the floor. Next up, with our arms to the sky, we've got upper core reaches. Reach and lower, just an upper crunch here. With our toe or heel taps that we just completed, we're firing up our deep lower abs. Now we're working those upper abs. Of course, you can lower your feet at any time coming into a bridge setup and just focusing on the upper abs, reaching your knuckles to the sky with or without those weights. Keep it going. You're more than halfway. Reach and lower. Last 5. That's 3, 2. All right, a little breather here. Now, for the next move, you can stay in that reverse tabletop, or you can lower your feet to the floor. We're going to start by drawing that right elbow wide, with or without the weights. Your left hand's going to be straight. Reach it towards the outer left knee. Pulse it for 3, 2, 1. Come to center, switch sides, elbow wide. Reach your right arm long. Pulse it for 3, 2, and 1. Slow and steady, alternate switching. So you're reaching that opposite hand towards the opposite outside knee, calf, ankle. Reach for whatever you can. Hold that arm straight. Try not to press off of that bent elbow. Slow and steady. Reach and pulse it for 3, 2. Keep it going. 10 more seconds here. We're getting into those obliques now. Last 2. All right, finish up where you're at. You can keep the legs up. You can lower them down. Maybe wiggle your toes. All right, with our legs to the sky. Your knees over your hips, arms to the sky. Zip your legs together. Extend your legs and bend your knees back over your hips. Extend and bend. Double leg extend and bend. So keeping those legs glued together, your thighs, your knees, your calf, your feet, everything zipped as if you have one long line from your hips down to your toes. Bringing your knees directly over your hips, not any closer towards your shoulders. That keeps the resistance on your lower abs. Head, neck, and shoulders can stay grounded, or you can tuck your chin to add some upper core restraint. Keep it going. All right, keep the legs long. Lower your legs to the floor. Reach your arms overhead. Little stretch here. Little breather. We're going to keep those legs zipped. We're going to keep them long. We've got a leg lift and lower next, arms to the sky. Press your lower back into the floor. Point your toes. Lift and lower. You don't want your heels or toes to tap to the floor. You want to come just barely hovering over the floor. If your lower back lifts up off the floor, bring your legs to an angle where they do not lift. If your hip flexors begin to bother you, add a soft bend into your knees. Try to keep them glued towards one another, whether they're bent or straight. 15 seconds here. Keep it going. Legs lower and lift. That's 3, 2. All right, keep your legs to the sky. Circle out your wrists, circle out your ankles. Little stretch here. We got our final move. Then the fun continues back to the top. From here, we're going to alternate reaching for our toes and then adding a hip lift. Here we go. Reach for the toes. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Lift your hips. Lower down. Reach for the toes. Hip lift. So with our toe reach, we're firing up those upper abs. With your hip lift, we're getting more into those lower abs. Reach, lower, hips lift, and lower. You can add a soft bend in your knees, or your legs can remain straight. You can also bring your legs into a tabletop, alternating, reaching your fingers towards your toes, lifting your hips. Last 3, 2. All right, curl yourself into a little ball. With your knees into your chest, gently roll side to side. We're coming back to the top, starting with those alternating toe or heel taps from that reverse tabletop directly into a double toe tap. Here we go. I'm going to try flexing my toes this time. So my heels will tap. You can do a flexion or point. The most important thing here is not your heels or your toes tapping. It's your lower back staying glued to the floor. Bring those toes or heels as far as they'll go. Maybe they tap. Maybe they just come close. Alternating single leg tap to a double tap. And lift. Keep it going. All right, relax down. You can hold in that tabletop. You can kick your feet. You can stretch your arms and legs long, whatever you prefer. We're going to come back to that reverse tabletop for upper core crunches. Reach our fingers to the sky. Here we go. Reach up and lower. Continuing to press your lower back into the floor. This is the top of round 2 of 3. Reaching, crunching, knuckles towards the sky with or without weights. Lower back pressed into the floor. Head, neck, and shoulders lifting gently off the floor. Peeling one vertebrae at a time up. And then releasing one vertebrae at a time back to the floor. Keep it going. Last 5, 3, 2. All right, catch your breath. This time we're going to start with the the left elbow wide. We're going to reach that right hand over to the outside of your left knee, and we're going to pulse it 3 times. Come back to center and switch. Left elbow wide, here we go. Pulse it for 3, 2. Come back to center. So think of it as a straight arm bicycle. Crunching and reaching. Your legs are completely still. Knees over your hips, shins parallel, or knees to the sky, feet on the floor. Stretching, reaching those fingertips towards your knee. Maybe reaching further down the outside of your calf. Maybe you're reaching all the way to your ankle, your pinky toe. Last 5. All right, finish up where you're at. Whew. We're gonna draw the elbows wide. Tuck your chin to your chest, zip your legs together, toes pointed or flexed, double extend and bend. Here we go. Extend, bring it back in, knees directly over your hips. Remember, don't bring those knees closer into your chest. If you don't already, you will soon feel that burn by stopping over your hips. Elbows wide, gentle gaze towards the sky or towards your navel. Keep it going. Double leg extend and bend. 15 more seconds. So strong, Terry. You got this. Exhale, extend. Inhale as you bend. Last 3, 2. All right, reach your arms and legs long in opposite direction. A little breather here. Tiny arch in your lower back. Deep inhale, deep exhale. With our legs long, still zip together, arms overhead, legs lift and lower. If your lower back lifts off the floor, you can also place your hands under your lower back, palms facing down. Never ever compromise form, just to try to get more reps in. Slow and steady. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Last 5, 3, 2. All right, arms and legs to the sky. We've got that alternating toe reach to a hip lift. Controlling these movements. Toes pointed, flexed or relaxed. We're going in 3, 2. Here we go. Hip lift, lower. Toe reach, lower. Firing up those lower abs with your hip lift. And we're targeting those upper abs as you reach for your toes. Reach, lower, lift, lower. Keep it going. Finishing round 2, so strong. You've got 10 more seconds. Breather coming up after this. Hip lift, lower, toe reach, and lower. All right, reset. Maybe you want to windshield wiper your legs side to side. We're coming back to the top with that reverse tabletop. Pointing or flexing the toes. Alternating toe or heel tap to a double heel tap. Here we go. Those 15 seconds really fly by. If only these 45 seconds were just as fast. All right, keep it going. Last time here. Pointing or flexing your toes. Pressing your lower back into the floor. Maybe you alternate which side you start. Arms just resting overhead or hands under your hips. All right, 10 more seconds here. Alternating single leg toe or heel tap to a double toe or heel tap. All right, finish up where you're at. Next, we're gonna keep those knees just where they are. Reach your arms to the sky. Upper crunches. Coming up in 2. Here we go. Reach and lower. Now, I don't know about you, Terry, but those 15 seconds are flying by, and I just keep telling myself it's only 3 times that. So if 15 seconds can go by that fast, 45 can go by just as fast times 3. Keep it going. Reach knuckles to the sky, maybe getting your head, neck, and shoulders higher off of the floor. Stay with it. All right, 15 seconds remaining. You got this. Last time here. Upper abs, reach and lower. Last 5, 3, 2. All right. We've got those bicycles. Legs remain straight, elbows wide. We're going to reach that left arm towards the outside of that right knee, and we're going to pulse it, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. 3 counts. Starting to the right. Here we go. 3, 2. Come back center, switch sides, right arm long. Pulse and crunch. Release it down. Stay with it. Making sure that you're not pressing off of that shoulder. You want all the work to be in your obliques. You will know if you're working those obliques, especially by this 3rd round. Keep it going. Less than 10 remaining. Oblique reaches for 3. That's 2. All right, catch your breath. Maybe lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Give yourself a little breather. Zip your thighs, your knees, your calves, your toes together. Pointing or flexing, knees directly over your hips to start. Double leg extend and bend. Here we go. Now you can keep the focus on your lower abs by gazing up towards the sky, head, neck, and shoulders grounded. You can always place your hands under your hips for support. Squeeze your thighs together. If you want some upper ab engagement, you can tuck your chin in towards your chest, gazing towards your navel, continuing to bend and extend into your knees. 15 seconds to go. Yes, you can. Elbows wide or hands under your hips. Double leg extend and bend. Last one. All right, reach your arms and legs long, full body stretch. All right, just a few more moves. You got this. With your legs out long, keeping your legs zipped together. We're gonna lift and lower. Here we go. Being slow, steady, and controlled. Option to add a soft bend in the knees or your hands under your hips. You can also reach your arms long overhead. You choose. Head, neck, and shoulders grounded, gazing up towards the sky to keep the focus on the lower abs. To add some upper core engagement, tuck your chin to your chest, hover your shoulders, gazing towards your navel. 10 seconds to go. You've got this. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your legs up to the sky. All right, we got 45 seconds of work. That is it. We got this. Woo. All right, alternating toe reach to a hip lift in 3, 2, here we go. Reach it up, lower down, lift the hips, lower down. Keep it going. I think of my entire core. My lower abs right now are the sorest, but we also just did 3 back-to-back moves on the lower abs. Because why not? We'll stretch it all at the very end. You've got it. Stay with it. Toe reach, lower hip lift, and lower. 7 seconds to go. Make sure you're breathing. Last one. Draw your knees into